The Fidelity of Epitaphs, for Gabrielle Boulian.
Tempest, for Shannon Lee.
You want to change something about your life, but your lover took both pair of tweezers. So you settle for shaving your legs again, and writing around one calf in drunken ink the lines you keep repeating to yourself from Marie's poem, and which you will get tattooed on that spot as soon as the credit card company agrees to pay for it.
I am living. I remember you. We met on the road, sharing stories like glasses of water. In you, I found a new friend that I could always give a shout, a favor, brotherly teasing, an ocean spirit that should be scribbled on every bottled message. Days before your diving accident, a friend asked me, what is the world's most difficult job? My reply, being water. Ubiquitous, its power feared, yet life-giving, destructive, and quenching.
Yesterday you wrote a poem that began, I go to work under a heavy turban of grief. And last week, Gabby, I've been drafting epitaphs all day.
When the word came that it was water to which you had become victim, trapped in the darkness of an undersea cave, ideas for writing became hard to swallow, especially as we tried to pray and chant you out of a fortnight's sleep.
You find an old pair of tweezers in the back of the medicine cabinet and get pulling. Each sweet yank, a morsel of pain so good, you begin to understand those teenagers who carve themselves into scarecrow figurines.
Wow.
This small pain has a location, a yes and an end.
When I heard you were gone, it was as if you evaporated. Clouded the summer sky, became the rain, the creek of tears that ran between innocence and adulthood, the puddles in which we all saw your face. But your passing was as if a well ran dry too soon. What no one tells you about the grief is that it has no edges.
That no matter how much you love the world, no matter how grateful you are for sunflowers and trash cans and your unglamorously aging bones, you'll still have dreams where you're screaming at each other across a kitchen table. You can't figure out why until you realize she died.
We take for granted that the raging seas won't claim our boats, that the rivers won't flood us out of town, that life and water are at our whim.
There you are. A dull pair of tweezers in a cluttered apartment, crying on the floor.
I will remember your passing as the day that you poured self into the everlasting sea that we skip wishes into, crying and laughing as you ripple back to us.
You want to make something beautiful out of your life, but you never learned to paint, and you're nearly 37.
We become the riverbed on which your currents rush, the vessel that brings you from the well to the village and beyond.
You have no children, and you burn dinner more often than you dance. You feel like a cloth set down on something spilled, handy but not essential, useful but soiled.
Little sister, hot spring soul, spontaneous shower over a Midwestern Halloween, rushing rapids through urban jungles with martial discipline, waterfall heart.
Maybe you'll evaporate or come apart in the wash.
Formless, ever-reaching, shaping the terrain, flash flood performer dropping stanzas on stage in torrents, overwhelming anywhere you could find a dam to break. The storm of stories under which you have baptized us.
Maybe you'll figure out that what binds you to this planet is not a magnet, but a cord so fine you can slide it across one hand.
A poet, of a lyricist.
Fold your fingers around the slippery umbilical. Pull.
Of a novelist.
Here is sorrow. Pull.
Of a tsunami.
And here is bread. Pull.
With your name whispered.
Some light breaks across the linoleum. Pull.
On the crest of the wave.
Where do we go from here?